I'm better off without you. I'm better off. I don't need you. Someday soon, I'll be gone for good.
So, gentlemen, how you guys doing?
Doing alright, doing alright.
Pretty good, pretty good.
That's great to hear. You know, I was thinking the other night about there were some great games growing up, wasn't there? Like,
Too many to count, really.
Yeah, I can agree to that.
but here's the twist. I'm gonna need you guys to tell me the cream of the crop. What was your number one video game as a child? Any part of your
Uh,
childhood
any
growing
video
up?
game, any console, any whatever.
Yeah, just one though.
Just one. I, I think I got one real quick. Star Wars Battlefront 2 on the PlayStation 2.
That's a home run right there, dude.
I actually never played it.
It had some really interesting game modes that haven't been replicated. I feel like.
But see, I actually never played Star Wars. I mean, watched Star Wars until like 3 years ago. So, so I was like behind the loop on all that.
My goodness. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah, if
feel like
Star
we
wouldn't have made me watch them, I probably never would have. If you would just watch one of them, though, you're pretty much hooked.
depends which one. You watch some of the newer ones, it's a little testy.
Yeah. True to that. I hate the new ones. Alright, well, that was mine. What's y'all's?
Dude, just because you picked that one, that puts me in a predicament because that was one of my all-time favorite games. I fell in love with it, played it day to night. Heck, anytime you came over, that was the game we played.
Dang straight.
But I think I'd have to go with Jack and Daxter series,
Oh,
if you
the
let me.
series.
If you let me, the intellectual property.
Well, you said one game. There's multiple games in that. So,
Which one's your favorite out of those?
yeah.
Probably Jack 2.
Now,
Jack 2
I'll
is
let you
probably the
count them
best.
all if you'll let me do a top three instead of a solo.
Only if they're in the same series. Like it's the same intellectual property.
Well, never mind then.
Oh, alright, well, let's hear it out. What were you going to name, though? Because this might be
Top
interesting.
three
Sure.
would probably be Backyard Baseball, Left 4
Ooh.
Dead, and SSX Tricky, the snowboarding game.
Really?
He's mentioned that snowboarding games quite a few times. It's got to be
Yeah,
a banger.
not the super realistic one, but there was one that was semi-realistic but semi off the wall. It was super fun. Had a really good system of unlocking characters as you won races, and just had that reward for your work kind of feel to it.
I will back that up. I did have a SSX game. I don't think it was tricky. It was something 3. I don't remember which
where
one it
you were
was.
like going down a real mountain.
Yes. I didn't
That
like it
one
at
wasn't
first.
I wasn't a fan of that one just because I played the other one.
But
That
dude,
one
once
was
I got it going, it was fun and I got addicted.
yes. The other one was a little bit more fun just because it offered a variety of maps that were not just riding down a mountain,
Alright.
if that makes sense.
Right. So that's your top 3 you said? In order?
Oh yeah. I don't know about the order. Those are just 3 games I put a lot of time into as a kid, basically.
So what would you say your other 2 picks would be, Colton?
Let's see, I done mentioned Battlefront 2, right?
Yes,
Yep.
that's a good one.
That's at the top.
Yeah. No
I guess
repeats.
my
Let's not
no
do no
repeats.
repeats.
Okay. My second one would be probably the first Crash Bandicoot game on the PS2. I enjoyed that.
I remember to keep wiggling your sticks ever so often.
And third pick would be Knights of the Old Republic.
Mm.
Probably the first one. Yeah, I played that on the Xbox. I like that one.
Which Crash Bandicoot is the first one?
I don't know. I think it's just titled Crash
Crash
Bandicoot.
Bandicoot, yeah. I
Yeah.
think the only one I played a lot of in the Crash series was the Time Warp.
Mm.
It's
I
pretty
never
fun, though.
really, yeah, I never really played too much Crash Bandicoot. I saw my cousin Mason play it quite a few times, but I never actually played it myself. I mean, he let me pick up the sticks every once in a while, but it wasn't
Yeah.
too long before I was dead again. I was like, look, here.
I was
I want to
always
enjoy the
terrible
show.
at platform-based jumpers and stuff like that, so I shied away from
Oh man, he was goated, dude. It was like Twitch before Twitch.
Oh.
I tell you a game that y'all probably never played that's underrated is Shrek 2, the video game.
Oh, played it.
I have not
So
played that one.
fun. So
It
fun. You can play with
is.
2 people, a story mode with the Shrek characters.
See, my problem was I played Shrek on Game Boy at some point, and it was doo-doo, so I did not want
Mm.
any part of another waste of a game. Because at that time,
That-
I wasn't buying the games myself,
Yeah, you had to
but
be
you
picky
still had to
with what you
convince
asked
somebody.
for.
Yeah, yeah.
Ain't no salesman better than a little kid trying to get somebody to buy him a video game.
I don't
Ooh.
know how we did it, to be honest. They had
Parents
to be
used to
cheaper
complain
back
about
then,
a
huh?
$20 video game, you know. Now they're $70 and
And some of the packages can go up to $100, $120.
oh yeah.
And I
So
know
what's your other two, Bradley?
So, first one was the Jack and Daxter series. Y'all not gonna give me that, but I'm gonna list it like that. Next, I'm gonna hit you with a home run called Pokemon. You may have heard this, you may not have, but I was quite the fan.
Yeah, I was
The
a huge
Game
fan
Boy.
of Pokemon.
The
Woohoo.
handheld carry, the SPs, and the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking
Played
of
Pokemon
handheld
everywhere
games.
I went, dude.
Me
In the
neither.
truck, at doctor's appointments, sitting in the office just waiting, free time. I had that
A
baby
game-
anywhere.
Yeah, a Game Boy was our version of kids nowadays having tablets and stuff.
Oh, dang straight.
That was our parents telling us shut up and pay attention to something else for a little while.
I mean, I got my little Game Boy Micro sitting right over there, ready to go.
Dude,
Whenever.
yeah, I still got all mine. But I had this case growing up. It was a gray case, like a side bag, like a sling type thing, I guess you would call it. In it was styrofoam, like pre-slotted things where you could stick your games in,
Yeah,
and you could
So it
store a
kind of
bunch
looked
of
like a
games.
lunchbox.
Kinda, but more rectangular and slimmer, but longer.
Hmm.
It wasn't necessarily super deep. You could fit like 2 of the small games into it, and you remember the big square ones or the big rectangular ones? You could fit like 1 of those in it. But yeah, those Pokemon games got me through a lot of boredom.
yep. And you could just devote so much time into them freaking things.
Mm-hmm.
But they would
So
test
much.
my patience. You'd be off in the middle of the grass somewhere and just wanting to get out. And lo and behold, a Pokemon just want to fight you. Over
And
and
that
over.
your poison's ticking.
Yep,
running
you're just
there.
trying to get out of there.
Please don't faint. Because you
In a
feel like
cave
if you
was the
faint,
worst.
they don't trust you no more. Like you let them down.
Yeah. Oh
It's
yeah,
tough-
you get
tough love.
attached to them. In a cave though, I never knew where the heck I was going, so it used to aggravate me that every 5 steps.
You'd always have to get a daggum Pokemon with like the flash ability, so
I
you could
hated the Flash
see
ability
you.
and I hated teaching
Right?
Flash, but I got
Yep.
so good at running through there, I would just walk around randomly until I found my way through.
Hmm.
You
For
just
sure.
kind of get a sense after so many times of going through there. Like, okay,
I don't. I didn't care if it took me 3 hours to get through that cave. I wasn't going through the process.
what I'm running from some Subats, they not gonna hurt me.
Right. Every so often there'd be that one Pokemon that was like, no, 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 can't run from me.
Uh-huh.
And then that brings it to the second part of my original question, boys. What happened with Pokemon versus Yu-Gi-Oh? Because
Like, what you mean?
if you remember when they came out, it feels like around the same time. Childhood kind of blurs, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Well, I
originally,
say,
Yu-Gi-Oh cards were so gold. You had to have Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Pokemon cards were, man, whatever. Didn't really care. The Game Boy games were way more entertaining. The TV show was way more entertaining. The movies. But Yu-Gi-Oh had the cards on deck. There was
alrighty.
tournaments. There was fucking repeat. There was
Alright.
the the wrist things. You remember the wrist things?
Yes,
Yeah.
the dual disc or whatever. Dude,
Yes.
I've wanted one of those so bad when I was a
I
kid.
had
I
one,
Yep,
dude.
didn't
It
same.
was lit.
didn't have a single Yu-Gi-Oh card ever. I just wanted it because it
It was
looked
like a
cool.
weapon. Yeah, it was like a weapon.
Yeah.
I run outside with it like, because I
Time to
was
do
scared to
do
put
do do
my
do.
cards in it. It might if you didn't do it right, it would bend your card, and you didn't want
Mm.
no janky card.
Right.
Uh, they taught me a lesson in how to take care of things as a kid. I didn't need a pet. I learned how to take care of my Yu-Gi-Oh card. Nah, but I think the reason for that is Yu-Gi-Oh teaches you how to play the card game while you're watching it,
True.
and Pokemon doesn't.
Pokemon
But the
teaches you
reason
how to be a Pokemon trainer.
yeah, but then Pokemon cards are worth more now just because of the memorabilia. Like Pokemon's way bigger than Yu-Gi-Oh ever will be.
Hmm. True. 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 Oh.
So the nostalgia factor is what's driving
Hmm.
this, is what you're saying.
Oh yeah,
I mean, I
without
don't have
a
a
doubt.
counter argument against that. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yu-Gi-Oh just
do
didn't
they
hold
still
up.
do they still sell Pokemon cards?
Oh, without a doubt, dude.
Hmm.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, they're making a major like comeback here in the past year or so. I
Huh.
mean, they never left, but they're getting
There's
mainstream again. People spending big money on it
Not this
and
fella.
making big money on it.
yeah, Logan Paul had a whole little thing where he opened up a bunch of Pokemon cards on stream and gave them away to people who basically bought them or something. I don't know. He got into it and the market for it kind of exploded.
Hmm.
He created a huge demand for it, influencing the market by
Well,
being him, by being an influencer. That's how you use your following to your advantage, I guess.
hmm.
It's kind of crazy. I wish I knew where all my cards and stuff were. I had this little booklet, like with the sleeves and stuff, filled to
Same.
the brim of my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon cards. I guarantee you, there's some of them in there worth some money, but I ain't got the slightest clue where my mom could have put them because I know I didn't move them. Those were about the only things I kept up with. But
Better than me. I don't have a single card of either Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh. Ever.
low, low key, Beyblade was just as fun as both of them.
I see. I never played Beyblade or got into that.
Those were some things to where you could actually physically fight
Oh,
them things.
yeah, I had a few Beyblades. I feel like the only time we got them was like when we went to CVS or Walgreens or something. You can find
You had
them.
to put them together. They were a little
That was the fun
complicated
part.
for younger
Yeah,
kids. But
but you felt accomplished. You
yeah,
felt like this is mine. I sat in the back seat of the truck putting you together. You better rip somebody in half, dude.
ain't no way we lose.
Shout out to Dallas. Dallas had the ring. It's like a little plastic
Oh,
ring.
I like a stadium deal for it.
Yeah, a
Okay.
stadium.
Yeah.
And we would let it rip.
Those things were tough to operate right, because most of the time, whichever one lost the initial hit, it was over with.
Yeah.
Because one of them would hit one of them ditches or something in it, and that's just all she wrote. But I'll tell you, on the playground at school, we had an area with like that real hard dirt, and we like used our shoes to like make it a bowl shape to where they wouldn't just go flying off and stuff. And we would sneak our Beyblades into the school grounds just so at recess we could have a tournament and stuff.
See,
And
I
it
couldn't
worked
find.
perfectly.
Yeah, I couldn't find nobody at school to play with.
Right.
All you had to do was just bring one and show somebody how cool it was.
I did not think of
I
that.
mean,
I was afraid
I
to
mean,
fight that son of a gun,
that
and
makes
I needed
sense.
it.
The kids are real easily influenced. Oh, this kid got a toy that does this. I'm going home telling my mama to go get me one now.
Mhm.
Hey man, I did my battling on the weekends. I had to wait.
It cracked me up though because we all got into it. And then some dude showed up. They had like some off-brand ginormous one or something. It was like twice the size of everybody else as he strode up to the playground. I had one of the smaller ones that like was just real fast, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, screw it, I'll go against you. My little one launched his big hunk of plastic out that ring so fast. Just because it was cheaply made, it wasn't quite as heavy as even the small ones. But
Yeah,
mine
they
got
had
up under
real
them big
metal
old blades
rings.
and kicked it.
Yeah, those weight bars or weight rings on there were real.
Mm-hmm.
That's where a lot of the power came from. Those different shapes and sizes.
It wasn't long before our school banned them, though. Every time a kid finds something to have fun with, our school was like, no, no, no. No fun in this place.
That's all schools.
Yeah. So they banned them, and we learned how to make spinners out of paper. We would just do
Oh
that, see
man, you
whose would
brought
spin the
back
longest.
a memory right there. That mash and the poppers.
Yeah.
I love the good popper.
Yeah.
I can still make the little mash things, but I don't know how to make any of the other stuff.
It's been a long time, you're right. I think I could make a popper. But,
Our school made us learn how to do origami one time, and I learned how to make a swan, but I couldn't do it again.
I was about to say, could you do it right now?
Nope.
No, I couldn't even make a paper airplane out of paper. There was no way I could fold up a swan or something.
Right.
Could make a paper airplane. What? Come on, dog.
I got a paper airplane book at the book fair one time. Made
Boy,
all of them in it. Some of them
the
could freaking
book
fly.
fair. Wasn't that the day to shine?
I liked when I got old enough to work it.
That's
in
an
the
option?
gifted program. Yeah, our scope class would help work it. Man, they would let us drink the leftover pickle juice. You talk about a stomach ache.
Yeah.
Boy,
Yeah, well, yeah.
That was such a
As a
weird thing to
kid-
hear.
yeah, there was no way I was about to turn down anything free. And the first couple cups were good. And I guess
First
the last
couple.
couple cups were good too.
There was couples. Multiple.
Well, you know how kids are. We turned it into a competition to see who could drink the most. and
I feel
it
you on
ended
that.
badly for everybody involved.
The teacher was like, "Wow, this is foolish," but I'm just gonna sit
Hey,
back and
we didn't
watch.
let her know how much we were drinking.
Well,
She just said
yeah.
get a glass, and we would just act like we didn't finish the first one. When she wasn't looking, we'd scoop some more. I didn't like pickle juice for a while after that.
Yeah, I don't blame you there. Ugh.
I liked pickle juice growing up. I still like it. I don't,
Oh, yeah.
I don't drink it like that though.
No, I don't ever crave it no more.
Not me.
Never liked it.
Nah, I never liked pickle juice.
It's one of them things you just need like one or two sips of. It's like, yep,
Have
that
to
was
get you right,
refreshing.
right there. Yeah.
What was y'all's favorite game as a kid that was non-video game related?
Oh.
Now
Hmm.
I'm gonna have to hit
Well,
up with a random right here. You may or may not know this game called Skippo.
Oh
I
yeah.
know Skippo. Yeah.
That was a
Well,
pretty quality game right there.
if yours is Skippo, mine's Uno. I
Ooh,
Do
was
they
see,
got
Uno champ.
Uno
do
lets
they
too
got
many fights
Skip-Bo
like
in the
Monopoly.
PlayStation Store? I play it right now. I like Uno too though.
Yeah.
Spoons was lit.
Spoons. Oh man, I forgot about that.
Oh,
I didn't play that till I was like in high school though. I think
I was about to say,
Yeah,
I remember.
Kemps. Y'all remember Kemps?
they got
Oh,
too carried away too
oh,
fast.
oh yeah. I remember
Too many,
Kemp.
too many
Boy,
people cheated, and
see,
Nah, you just gotta, You just
nah,
had to know how to do it right.
at Tazeville people cheated.
what was they
Whoever was
doing?
dealing was probably gonna win.
Oh,
Keeping
see,
four of a kind on the bottom of the deck until it was time to pass out the cards, and they just would take their four off the bottom when wasn't nobody with.
Oh, huh.
oh shit,
Well,
that's dirty. That's not what we
that's real
did.
dirty.
I had
Hey,
a system in place, and I'm not going to disclose it because I may play
no,
someone in the future.
I know. Yeah, I know the system. I'm gonna
So yeah,
explain it.
if you sign up for the system, part of it is you sign an NDA. You can't talk about it,
Exactly.
and it's foolproof. It works very very well.
It does.
Me and Colton are
Nah,
quite.
my
Go ahead.
favorite game was probably hide and seek in the dark.
That is a great thing to do. You're
Nothing
right.
Yeah.
was quite as much fun as that. We'd go over to
Hmm.
Luke's house, and he had that whole upstairs where him, Taylor, and Rebecca had their rooms, and we would just play hide and seek in the dark inside. When we were small enough to hide in little places, we'd be walking right past each other, just scared to death, not moving, not breathing. That was the most suspenseful game.
Hide and seek is suspenseful. I was pretty good at finding a spot to hide. Pretty terrible at containing my excitement as someone drew near.
I was good at hiding. I just made sure I never got tagged so that I didn't ever have to be the one finding them.
I was about
Hmm.
to say that was the next thing. I would have to take off because I'd give away my position from either laughing or moving around too much. Like,
I have to
oh,
say,
they're
I was
close,
pretty
they're
pro
close.
at it. As small as I was, I can get up in some places you wouldn't think, and I would hide.
Yep. I took it as a personal challenge. Like my life was on the line. There's no way I'm about to be it.
Hey, that is what that's practice for. If you come to think of it, you need to let them kids play hide and seek. Get really good.
Hmm.
Secret agent man.
Nah, I remember back when I was a teenager, we played it, and we played it in the woods, and there's a bunch of thickets, brushes, and stuff. I was like, well, I'm not hiding down here. My butt climbed all the way dang near to the top of a tree, and just held on and kept quiet. They couldn't find me for the longest time until
See that
finally,
that That's the kind of person I was too. I wasn't coming out whenever the game was over. They gonna have to find
You were
me.
gonna have to find me. But it was at least 40 minutes. I was up there just clamped onto the tree, just sitting there trying not to breathe. And they walked under me 4 or 5 times, just hollering my name, looking for me. I was like,
Nope, nope. Y'all gonna have to call the law to come help find me, 'cause I ain't coming out.
I
Y'all gonna
finally
have to
got tired, and
missing person.
about the sixth time they come up under me, I just like slowly crawled down a little bit. Once they got far enough away not to hear me, then I just jumped down and wah! Scared the piss out of about 2 girls, I think it was. They took off running.
I always had bad luck to where the chubby kid who wasn't gonna get away, and always wanted to crunch some leaves while people was walking by, would want to hide right beside me.
It was just nature's way of making sure you were tough
It's
enough.
Yeah, it's like survival instinct. They just, he don't ever get tagged. I'm gonna go hide with him this time. Nope, get on now. Go find your own spot.
Oh
It was
god.
a curse and a blessing. Like, even if we got found, they were gonna chase him.
Wasn't nothing better than scaring people though at that age. Did y'all ever
Yeah.
like work a haunted hayride or a haunted house or anything like that?
Yes.
That was fun. Shout out to Beacock. We did his stepdad's haunted hayride for quite a few years. I think I did it for like 2 or 3 years. And we had some blast there. I remember one year Luke got a chainsaw and they like dug a tunnel through the ground in a couple different ways and like curved it and sharp angles, and they built a little slot in there deep enough in where he could hide, and they would all go past him. They would, in a turn, go past that little slot, and he would wait till the last one goes by, and he would crank up the chainsaw really quick. Wow, 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 and just come out after him, and they would all just run out of the tunnel.
See, them trails wasn't scary until somebody cranked up a chainsaw, and you would know it was coming. Like every good trail had a chainsaw guy on it.
And
There
it
was
was
one
pitch
time.
black in that tunnel too. Only the
Yeah.
guide had a light, so it was an extra layer of scary.
I don't remember which one we went to, but one Halloween, me and like 4 of my friends went to one. And right off the bat, I mean, we had sat in line for 2 hours. So the suspense was building. All of us were too young to really go down this darn trail, to be honest. But honestly, it was the ripe age to where it was probably the most fun. But we round this first corner. There's an old lady sitting on like this porch with a jar of like fake eyeballs. She said, "Y'all ready for dinner?" And we all started laughing. And next thing we know, a chainsaw cranks up and dude takes off running at us. The only place to run is like they had sheets hung up to where blood was splattered on them, and you're running through, and there's hay and stuff that's tripping you up. We got through that, and 3 of my friends were crying, and the other 2 of us were like so scared we were laughing. But we all were shaking arms like, nope, we ain't going no further. We caused such a big deal that a lady in a Chucky mask took her mask off and said, "Look, I'll guide y'all through it," just to get us to keep going. we had
Oh,
had
man.
enough.
How old were y'all?
I don't know. I'd guess around 10.
Funny story. You remember it was a couple years ago, they had the big whole clown deal? Clowns were going around and stuff. Well, it got around Halloween, and we were doing like a family hayride or whatever. So my aunt brings this clown costume and asked me to put it on and go hide in the woods. I was like,
That's a good way to get shot at that time.
alright, so I talked to all the grown-ups on the hayride. I was like, hey, ain't none of y'all packing right now, are you? I'm like, no, we're not going to be packing. I was like, good, I don't want none of y'all to shoot me. They're like, why? I was like, you'll see why. Just don't shoot me. And yeah, so I had to go hide in the woods. They drove by the first time. I was too scared to jump out the first time. I waited till they went all the way to the end and turned back around. like at that point they were like, my aunt was like, "Is he really hiding in the woods at this point?" But I was. And finally, they come around on the loop coming out. I jumped out and ran full speed, just laughing and everything. All them diggum kids about jumped off that trailer.
I've
And I'm
been.
like, oh,
Devin
man.
Stringer used to have all these Halloween parties. He was kind of known for them. Well, I had dressed up as a ninja for Halloween one time. He came with the little plastic nunchucks and all. One of the darn people jumped out and they had a chainsaw, of course, and I didn't know if it had a blade on it or not. I assumed it did at that age. I thought all chainsaws had a blade on them. And he hung the chainsaw over the side of the trailer. Like, he was complete opposite side of the trailer from me, but I mean, the blade was pretty close to me. So I swung my nunchucks before I even knew what happened and hit him on the hand with them, and it broke my nunchucks, but it got him the heck away from me. The yelp that he let out, it scared me even more than the chainsaw did. I mean, I went panic mode.
That's great.
And he went panic mode, and then I got upset because I broke my nunchuck.
Boy, wasn't nothing flimsier than ninja tools and a Halloween costume set.
Oh, yeah. They made sure you wasn't going to hurt nobody once you started ninjing.
2 good 3 swings, it's over with. That sword ain't coming out the same. The sheath was the toughest part. That was the best way to use your sword, was to keep the sheath on
Yeah.
and swing.
Just started whacking people with it.
It
Mine
enough
had like a
firmness
little
to take it.
beekeeper's little mask on it that was tinted to where I couldn't see crap out of that darn thing. People couldn't see my face, but I could barely see out of it. It was like wearing sunglasses at night.
That's how the Power Rangers usually were. They were like little eyes. Depends if you had a mask or if you had like a plastic mask or a cloth variation thing.
That's really one of the only Halloween costumes I remember me wearing was that one, and I think I dressed up as Buzz Lightyear one time when I was super young. Yeah, I don't think I picked it out though. I think that was one of them. My parents just kind of said, "Oh, this is what you're going as."
I feel
Well,
like that's
yeah.
how I feel like my costume got decided. Like, what do you like? Mm-hmm. Well, look, you
You're
like
wearing
this.
this.
What do you want to be for myself?
I appreciated the candy though. The candy was.
Yeah, I'd dress up as whatever if it meant I got to go get a bucket full of candy.
Whether it was Sweet Street or I didn't get to go around to too many houses. As the older I got, I feel like it stopped happening. But like when I was little, up to like 8 or so, we stopped going to houses. And I only did it for like 9, 10, maybe 11. Stopped trick-or-treating. Didn't do it when I was 12, I don't believe. Still wanted the candy.
Well, yeah, no doubt.
Just couldn't dress
My
up
family.
anymore.
My family never really celebrated Halloween, so I don't think I ever actually dressed up and went trick or treating.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oof.
You
That's the
expand
devil's
on that?
holiday.
Mm-hmm.
My mama said Halloween for the devil. Now that was
Yeah.
mine. Kind of towed the line on that, so I know where you coming from. But
Right.
it was either they let me go get some candy or they was about to have to go buy me a bucket full of candy themselves.
Well, see, that's what it was. We didn't go out trick or treating, but every year for Halloween, my mom did like an Easter basket type thing full of like candy and stuff.
Okay,
So,
okay, so you
so I didn't miss out. I didn't miss out on
That's a
much.
pretty cool concept. Was it
Yeah.
now was it Halloween themed or was it more
Semi
brighter?
sorta.
It was a
Semi
little
sorta.
brighter.
It had all your basic Halloween candy, you know, the candy corn and all that type of stuff.
Do y'all like candy corn?
Hell no.
No.
Okay, I don't know many people that do.
No.
I've heard
There's
a
a
couple
whole
people-
generation of candy that's gonna die out soon. with our grandparents.
I just don't want them strawberry candies to die out. I know which ones I'm talking about.
Yeah, dude, they come in the strawberry-looking packaging.
Yes, them things were. Those were
Dude,
something else.
what about nerds? I love nerds.
Used
Period.
to, but I feel like my teeth break
wouldn't go
apart
buy 'em
once I
now.
eat 'em.
I mean, yeah, I'd go buy a big old box right now just because I like them that much.
Do you like the Nerds rope?
Yeah, I like
the
them
Nerds
too.
rope. Yeah,
I
Nerds
like them
rope's
a little
good.
bit more than just plain nerd. I mean, I like nerds. Don't get me wrong. It
What
wasn't. It
is
wasn't one of them Halloween candies that I was gonna give away to somebody, like a milk dud.
I don't know if Sonic still has it or not, but they used to have slushies with nerds in it.
Oh yeah, those. That was good.
That was good, but I kind of hated it at the same time. I'd be sitting there sipping on it with my straw and the nerds would just get clogged up in it. I'm like, dang it.
One of those nerds that have evolved into Boulder
The super nerd, yeah.
radiation nerd.
Here's one for you. Since you mentioned that, you can only have one for the rest of your life.
Candy.
No. Sonic or Subway. You
Sonic.
don't have to eat there
Sonic.
exclusively for the rest of your life. It's just one or the other. The other one goes.
Sonic.
Yeah, Sonic has more
Yeah.
of a variety, and they have ice cream. So.
Sonic
Mhm.
is pretty banging. Okay, let's take it a step further. Sonic versus Chick-fil-A.
Ooh.
I eat it Sonic more probably just because I don't have a Chick-fil-A super close, but I like Chick-fil-A's food, dude. That's a tough one.
Chick-fil-A
Chick-fil-A
does have
is
some
good.
But I get tired of just chicken. Now, come on. I
Yeah,
can
Well,
get
I
a
mean,
burger, burrito,
Dude.
chicken strips, all kinds of. You know how many beverages are on that menu?
True.
You know how quick Chick-fil-A get you out of there, though? They can have 30 cars in the drive-through. You ain't gonna be there more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's not gonna be too long before you have to be baptized to walk in.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I like Chick-fil-A's lemonade. Their frozen lemonade. Those are pretty good.
I ain't
On a
gonna lie,
hot day.
they got a banging Oreo cookies and cream
Oh, yeah.
milkshake. It's delicious. I will give you that. Chicken tenders, I mean not tenders. Do they even have tenders?
What, Chick-fil-A? Yeah.
They got
Dang.
nuggets.
I know they got nuggets. That's
I
for
think
sure.
they got strips, too.
Probably.
I don't know. I just always get sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
See, I don't eat their sandwich. I eat the Popeye sandwich.
Bandwagon.
Bandwagon. Flavor Town.
The first chicken sandwich I had from Popeyes, you know how they put pickles on it? They didn't put pickles on mine. They put cucumbers on mine. So this was big. I was like, this ain't no pickle.
Not yet.
Oh man, I had to took that back.
It just
I
wasn't a
poured
pickle
a
yet,
bubble
dog.
bath on them.
I
I didn't
mean-
get any pickle.
The fucker was just about as thick as the chicken on it. I was like, my God.
Could you imagine how that conversation went? They're like, we're out of pickles. Just use a
Sneak some
cucumber.
cucumbers. Sneak some cucumbers on that thing.
It's the same thing.
Sprinkle a little bit of vinegar on top of it.
He'll soak it up in time, don't worry. Packaging heats it up real quick.
I couldn't imagine you biting into it. Freaking cucumber on my sandwich.
How
I bit
refreshing.
into it.
Y'all ever got?
got-
Oh,
Go
Finny, go ahead.
Oh. Oh.
Y'all ever got baited into eating a sweet pickle, thinking it was a dill pickle?
About once, and I've been weary ever since.
Nope.
I'm like, what?
I ain't never spit food out of my mouth so fast.
Well, what's
Look
the
at that,
difference?
too. You've never had
What's so different about it?
He
It
holds
makes
the
you want
store
to spit it out.
Go to the store and buy one, and you see exactly. Well, I guess you don't like regular pickles.
No, I don't like regular pickles.
But you might love these because they don't taste nothing like a regular pickle.
A dill
Really?
pickle's
Alright.
got like sour to it. It's got a, I don't know, a little more pop to the taste. Whereas a sweet pickle is softer and much more sweet. It's all about the seasoning when they pickle it.
It's almost like eating a spoonful of mustard and it actually being a spoonful of cinnamon. Like, it's two different worlds.
Huh.
One of them
I'm
sour,
gonna
one
put
of them
that
is
some
not.
sweet pickle.
Those are what, just the kosher pickles, right?
I don't know. There are a bunch of different brands of them nowadays.
See, at my local grocery store, there's nothing but 20 different styles of kosher pickles. And you have to look hard to find some dill pickles. There might be one or two jars in there. And I don't get what the kick is about kosher pickles.
Are y'all the circle pickle? Well, Bear don't like them, but Bradley, you like the circle pickles or like the pickle slices? The spears or whatever they are. The long ones.
Oh, see, recently I've had, not recently, in the past few years I actually had both. I grew up on the hamburger dill pickle, the small circle ones. Still a preference to this day, but those elongated spear ones are actually nice on certain sandwiches.
Yep.
Still,
They're almost a little bit too much pickle, though.
yeah, because sometimes they're not sliced just right, and it's either too thin or too clunky. It's not consistent as the hamburger deal.
True that.
Now, you talking about like pickles that go on sandwiches and stuff, long slices?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're talking about? Okay, yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't like them either.
If you could only pick one fruit to eat the rest of your life, which one y'all going with?
Fruit.
Yeah, don't say banana or we're going to question you a little bit.
I would take the watermelon.
Can't go wrong with that.
Mm-mm.
Green apple.
I like all of them pretty much is my problem. But I might go with watermelon too.
Mm-hmm.
Sprinkle just a dab of salt on it. It'll change your life.
Oh yeah.
I can tell what
If you-
county y'all are from.
Yeah, let
If
me
you-
classify Smith County watermelon.
Smith County watermelon
Not
cannot be
those
beat.
watermelons the same size as a cantaloupe. That's not a watermelon.
No.
You know, I always felt pride wherever I went. If I saw watermelons, I was like, but they ain't no Smith County watermelons.
No,
And I would
it
always,
don't even cross my mind to buy one of those small watermelons from other places.
yeah, you go to Walmart somewhere. Nah, I'm gonna
They got
save
about
it.
2 good bites in them.
Wait till you get back to Smith County, cross that line, and see a guy with his pickup truck backed up, facing the highway, and a bed full of
Oh
watermelons.
man.
You want yellow or red?
Are y'all the seed or seedless watermelon type person?
I'm be straight out
Don't
with
matter.
you. I don't eat watermelon.
It don't matter to me. I'll pick the seeds out.
Yeah, same. I mean, if I get the pick, I'll probably do seedless just so I ain't got to worry with them. But
Right. Man.
love mango flavored stuff, and I actually tried a mango probably a year ago, and it was not good.
What was
It
it?
was
again?
really disappointing. It was slimy.
Hmm.
Just the flavor. I don't know. Mango flavored stuff doesn't really taste like that mango did.
I bet you a lot of stuff's like that.
Yeah.
Like most peach flavored stuff don't actually taste like a peach.
I like peaches though. That's a
Every-
juicy fruit there.
Every now and then. My brother actually grew a peach tree out in the backyard at my folks' place. It has like one or two every year. They're pretty good.
Nice.
Alright.
My
Alright,
great
boys.
aunt had like a apple pear apple tree, whatever it's called. It's not a regular pear, but it's not an apple.
Hmm.
Time to wrap it up.
Alright, let's call it there, boys.
All
Been a
right.
good one. Have to get y'all later. Shout them out. Zach, Colton, and hell of,
Yes.
and hell of. Zach, Colton, y'all been some hell of a guest. I guess
Oh,
that's
thank
hard
you,
to
thank
say
you.
in the plural
Thank you,
version,
thank
but see you boys next time.
All right.
Peace.
Hasta luego.